That's a win.
Yes. All right, we're live on YouTube, guys.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another issue of our issues. And today is December
15.
14th, 15th?
15.
15.
It's December 15th, 2025. Um, so I want to start today's little meeting with something that I've learned today. Just take a minute and think, have you learned something today? Because every day we should learn something. I'm going to tell you what I learned today. I learned that when you back out of your garage, to make sure the door is open. That's what I learned today, along with a $150 fix-it bill to fix my garage door. You
How
might
bad
ask
did
how did
Oh
I
no.
not know that the door wasn't open? Well,
Mm.
I was not on the phone, so don't go there. I was not on the phone. I Our garage door is like super, super slow. And so I was looking out my back window and I thought it was all the way up, backed up and crunch. So yeah, it was not happy to tell Kevin that the garage door was like off the track. It was oh, it was a mess. But it's fixed. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. Um yeah, so that's what I learned today. Anybody else know anything today?
And the
Learn
car
anything?
is okay.
Oh, the car's fine.
Oh, thank goodness.
I don't know
I
why, but
learned I learned that when you're sick, it's best not to have your husband home with you. And that's where I'm leaving that.
Enough said.
oh, funny. I don't know why, but like the first person I called and it was just like totally crazy was Chris Brower. I'm like, oh my God, I just ran into the garage. She was like the closest person to my phone thing that I like,
And I said, were you on the phone?
and I said no.
and she was probably the first one that you thought would be able to answer.
True. Because Chris Brower is my retired friend who you can call at any time. She might be going through the drive-through, or she might be at the craft store, she might be buying groceries, but she's always there. So,
She'll answer.
yep. Um, I know I've already given a shout out to Beck for my amazing lollies that she gave me and gave all of the admin at backstage, even to Melissa, who got hers mailed to her, which was awesome. But I want to give a quick shout out to my number one New Zealand friend, Fiona. I got a box of kiwi. Is that what you called it? Kiwi? Is that your candy? And um, yeah, so I was pretty excited that I got all kinds of chocolate. I was trying making a video of everything in the box, but I forgot I was eating it as I was making the video, and then that didn't go so well. So
Did you fill his box full of glitter too? You bitch. Oh, I mean,
That was just special for you, Beck,
Because you're the queen.
because I thought, little bits of magic everywhere.
That's funny.
wait, I
I
feel
have
cheated out.
glitter everywhere. Even last night I went to open a block of chocolate and there's glitter in the chocolate. It's all over my lounge room floor.
So
I
your
don't know.
finger
I feel cheated.
be everywhere.
I feel cheated. I got no glitter. But
Oops,
anyway,
sorry.
it was fun.
Careful
So
what you ask for.
Be
yeah, true
careful what
story.
you
Right.
ask for.
No kidding. When you get 20 envelopes of glitter, don't be complaining. It'll be worse than the ducks.
Oh my gosh. To tell you about glitter, some of you may have heard this story before, but back in the day, we had dazzling diamonds. Who remembers
Mhm.
dazzling diamonds? The little jars of glitter. And what did they say? I know we're being recorded and this is supposed to be very like professional, but don't they say that glitter is like the herpes of the crafting world because it goes everywhere?
Never heard
Anyway,
that.
you never heard that?
Oh no, the
So
herpes of the rusting.
so Scott is totally against glitter, like does not do glitter. He'll maybe now do the Wink Stella, and that to me is a lifesaver because it helps with the glitter. Well, 100 years ago, we were at convention and we got invited to a pouch party. Okay, this is all so weird. Like, Scott and I get invited to a pouch party in one of the demonstrators' hotel rooms, even weirder. Anyway, so she had us all stamping projects. And in the hotel room, I mean, you have to be creative when you're at events. So some were stamping on the beds with like the dressers drawers upside down as tables. There were people like all over the place. And Scott and I were in the bathroom stamping our projects, and I was on the toilet backwards, like riding a horse. And so I was stamping on the tank. Well, somehow I spilt my whole jar of dazzling diamonds in the bathroom. And I could just imagine what that housekeeper thought the next day when she sees all this glitter, like some wild party was going on, but we were stamping. So
Mm-hmm.
I think Winkostella has saved a lot of us with the glitter.
Well, you say you were stamping, but
Well, little glitter here, little glitter there. But anyway, so the main things we just wanted to talk about tonight is updated things. There was nothing really in the updates for leaders today. Just remember, I mean, how many of you are had a good uh free shipping sales? Anybody had good?
Yeah.
What about are people getting the product of the month? So, yeah, I think I've heard both. Some are and some aren't.
Amni's got hers already.
He has hers. I have heard both. So now they told us today that next month is super cute. I don't know what they mean. I mean, it could be super cute. So we don't know, but I think that they said, correct me if I'm wrong, that they're going to give us a sneak peek towards the beginning of the month. Is that right? What they said? Um, I know some people had said they don't want to know. Some people want to know. I mean, so I don't think they're going to make it a big production. I think they're going to maybe show a sneak peek of it. But so there's that. And let's
has
see.
anybody got this one yet?
That's the virtual card retreat.
Yep.
Mine's on its way.
I
Did you want
passed.
me to show you what's in it?
Yeah. Because that'll make me want to buy it.
But you know what that
Even
means
though
if you
I
show
said
it,
I'm not going to.
Beck, we're gonna make
Well,
you big. There you
yeah,
go.
this
Oh, we're
one.
facing camera. Go. There we go.
All right. So in the box, you get the little QR code thingy that you've got to log in for the Facebook group on that little QR code thing there. You get all the envelopes that you need. And I might add that they're your size envelopes, the American envelopes. They're not our size envelopes. So just an FYI. You get a packet of Moody Palette Glossy Dots in there, which I think they've missed the boat on this one. They should have had an exclusive gem. But anyway, because that one you can buy just, normal.
Beck, can I ask
You
you a
get,
question about,
go.
does that mean that you can't mail that size in your country?
No, we can still mail it. We don't have like funny rules like you guys have got over there. It's we can mail the 3x3 if we really want to. We've got no size limits or anything
Okay,
of what we can and can't mail. So
thanks.
you get the Forever Florals stamp set, which is I believe an early release from I don't know what, but I believe it's an early release, and the dies that match it.
So Beck, I have a question. So are these sets, they're gonna be available for purchase? It's so they're not exclusive to the card kit?
I think this one is available for purchase later on, but the
Like
next one
online.
I show you isn't.
Oh.
The dies are quite interesting. I had a little play yesterday. They actually, I don't know if you can see, but see how they give you that really nice border
Mm-hmm.
on the edge when you cut it out? So that's like an indented border
I think they're
on
pretty.
the edge. This stamp set is the exclusive one, so you can't get this any other way.
Oh. Okay.
So happy birthday, thanks, love you, congrats, hello, friends, so much. And then this here is like writing, but it's not legible writing. So it makes like a really nice background stamp.
So it's kind of like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
could you go back to the other stamp set that you think will be available? So
Oh,
does
well,
that?
I don't know. I've just heard that
Well, I know,
that's
but let's look at the title. See, it says it doesn't say the same thing that the exclusive
no,
one says at the top. So
Correct.
I would
no.
probably agree with that.
But are the dyes, and do the dyes have the same name then?
Yes,
Mhm.
so they're both Forever
Mhm.
Florals.
Okay.
Well, that's a
And
good to know.
you get some flip flaps. So 3 flip flaps in the box. You get a packet of basic white cardstock, which is your measurement cardstock. It's not Australian one. So it's your
And is it a
size.
full pack of paper?
It's a full pack of paper. Yep.
Okay.
You get the DSP that comes with it in this stylish. Let me get rid of the box. That might be easier. Should have done that to start with. You get in this stylish reusable bag that they give you. Now, Kevin, you know how last week you were saying that you really don't like it because it's not cut up for you. Well, have a look at this. So you get all of these gorgeous papers, but on the back, I don't know if you can, oh, my camera's not going to focus. There's all of the cut measurements. So, and it's actually labeled card number 3, card number 11.
Nice.
See, now if they were to said that
Card
differently,
number 13, 13, number 8, number 8, number 8, number 13.
okay, that just makes me angry. Now I do not want it because I would have got it with free shipping. Anyway, pretty.
So all
And
of
where
it
the
there.
scissors are is your first cut.
Sorry?
Where the scissors are, if it's like
Yeah.
the scrapbooking workshop kits, that's your first cut.
Yep. And they're actually, I don't know, my camera's not going to focus. I don't know why,
It
but it's
is.
actually
We can
got
see
the cut line down and then
Okay.
across and then on the angle here. So, and each one tells you what card number they're for. So
Mhm.
That's why it's not double-sided, correct?
that's
Yes.
right. Yep. So you've got those 3 pretty pattern, 4
So do
pretty
you think
pattern.
that paper will be for sale?
This won't be, this will be exclusive for the kit.
Did it say that? So did I miss that?
It doesn't say that, but I'm assuming it would be because of none of it's back double-sided.
Correct.
So they're the DSPs that you get, the DSP pieces. And then this is the 2-tone cardstock that you get. So it's all half. So you're getting one, on each side rather than getting full sheets of it.
Wow.
And the same thing again, it's all numbered on the back.
Oh, that
So
was
you
weird.
just cut it
Unusual.
on the back. And you get quite a lot of these sheets. What do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sheets, all different colors.
Hmm.
Petal pink, berry burst, bubble bath, secret sea, cloud cover, old olive, granny apple green, I guess, crumb cake, calypso coral, and I don't know whether that's daffodil delight or darling
Like
duckling
darling
or
duckling.
maybe. So
Hmm.
yeah, so you get that, and every one of them has the cutting measurements on the back as well. And then you get this whole packet, and there's 2 sheets of it. I don't want to pull it out because they're all die cuts.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you can see that, but they're all like white die cuts, which if you get your stamps out, they match your stamp set. So if you get this out and this one here, or then that die cut there will match that stamp set there.
Wow.
So you're just basically going to stamp over, and oh, why is my camera not focusing? Stupid freaking thing. Where am I going here?
There you go. Oh yeah.
So, and then the die cuts underneath it there. I don't know if you can see that.
That's harder to see.
Yeah.
Fine.
So, but yeah, there's lots of little die cuts, and it all matches all the stamps. So that's what you get as part of your kit.
That's exciting.
But there's no ribbon. That's the only thing. I thought could have had a ribbon with it, but still, it's exciting. See how it all works and whatnot. So that'll stay in the box until we go to our little retreat thingy. Well, I'll cut it all first, obviously. But there you go.
I like that it's
Done.
numbered on the back.
You can take me off being big now. I don't need to be big anymore.
I just want to eat the cake.
You
Well,
can
while you're
take-
there, Beck, could you give us instructions on how to make that one box taller that has the folding flap?
I actually did that on my Facebook Live on Saturday. If you want to go back and have a look at that, Karen.
Okay. Thank you.
So
I made a big 10-inch box on Saturday.
Beautiful.
is Brenda still with us?
I hope so, because she made me little big, and I don't want to be big.
I can't, she didn't give me access to do anything.
Do you want me to, like, do a dance?
Well, you can just swipe right, and everybody else will be on screen, and Beckley won't have to look at you big size. Alice in
I can't-
Wonderland.
How
So,
do I?
so in the, I don't want to like beat a dead horse, but I'm just gonna go back to this. So on the virtual card making kit and the questions and answers, it says, does the 2026 virtual card making retreat kit include everything I will need to create the 15 cards? Okay, that's the wrong one. To the next one. How can I prepare for this event? A week before the event, we'll post a preparation video on Facebook showing all the ways to cut your paper so you can have everything ready to go before the event. Which I wish it would have said there's a map, or it like, you know, the other things we have that have those, you know, cuts on them. So, So do you think it's going to be available after kind of like the scrapbooking one, if there's any left over?
They'll sell until it's gone.
Brenda, can you make me co-host so that way I can?
I can. I'm sorry. I should have done that before I had to run to the other room.
That's okay, because I don't have any power.
Let me find you.
While you're doing that, Kevin, I want you to know your home looks absolutely gorgeous. It is the most welcoming, warm, holiday celebrating happiness that I have seen in a home. So whoever did the decorating, beautiful.
We both did, but I got to tell you, the Christmas trees would be better if they had crock pots on them. Right, Fiona?
How many
So-
crock pots did Fiona take home to New Zealand?
None. No.
I'm disappointed in you, Fiona.
So I went back to Target to see if they had one because I really wanted to put one on my tree, and they had one. And did you know it says you're a croc star? That's what it says on this. I didn't even realize that. But it was, the paint was off, so I'm like, I'm not gonna spend $5 on that. So if you
I
don't
want to
know,
see I want to see a tree in your kitchen next year with all the appliances and all the food that we saw at the shop.
so Scott and I took, well, I don't know if Scott was with us at this. Well, Scott was embarrassed, just to say it. So Rebecca, Beck, and Fiona and I went in. I took them to like Walmart and Target, and we went in the Target section. And you know, if you live here in the United States, we have the weirdest things that you could put on your tree. And there's sticks of butter, there's a burrito, there's like weird stuff to sell. And Fiona was like, "What? A crock pot? Who would put a crock pot on your tree?" It was a little crock pot ornament. It had toasters. Beck found some bacon ornaments,
A
T-bone,
microwave.
weird stuff. So if you're in United States, go to your local Target or Hobby Lobby, and you can find some really interesting ornaments. Ketchup bottles, yeah, weird stuff.
For the foodie in your life. Foodie people like foodie things. You know, we're crafty people. We like crafty things.
Right. But no, thank you, Karen. We had a good time decorating everything, so it turned out pretty cool.
Now, I need to ask you though, where do you store all of that that's Christmas, knowing that Snoopy room is pretty full all by itself?
This is gonna be the first time to figure that out after Christmas, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
We'll work
We
on
need
that.
to know the developing story, just like the developing story on the ducks.
Right. I still haven't found all the ducks. But okay, so back to the issues of our issues. Okay, so there was something else that I wanted to bring up. The product of the month, the card kit, the free shipping. Admin team, help me remember what else I was gonna say.
It'd be helpful to write it down.
Well,
make a
that
list.
would be too easy.
Okay, secretary. Did anybody get their kitted paper?
It's in the mail.
Uh-oh. What did I do?
Fine, just press the button.
Mine's in the mail. It's coming.
What's in the mail?
The
The
kitted paper.
paper
I
that
lost everybody's sound for a second.
the
Okay, you got.
paper we earned if we bought 10 kits last month.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good. So we're at the point where it's sad that the last chance stuff, a lot of the stuff that we've have is now going to move to a different category. So how long do you leave your last chance items with your current stuff? I mean, now we know, do you take it out as soon as we see that it's gone for good, or do you move it right away? Or what do you do? I know Beck has a good answer.
Sequester it to its own section until it's sold out.
I actually don't. I get rid as soon as it hits the last chance list. So Christmas will come. Soon as Christmas is done, all of that catalog will, if it's on the last chance list, I'll just put it in a box to get rid of it, and then start with the fresh stuff. So I figure everybody's already got what they want off it. If they've had a whole month of December to look at the last chance list, and if they've already got it, they're not going to want to see you using it. They want to see new stuff now.
Heidi?
But that's just me.
I keep it handy, but I've let all my customers that come to my house for stuff know that if they see something on the last chance list before they get it, to let me know, because I just might have it in my to-go box. So for them to get it from me instead. I put a yellow sticker on it so I know that it's gone, basically. Because we're not allowed to resell it until it's no longer in the last chance.
Right.
Until it's gone, right?
Right, right.
So I have a question for all of you about, because we're in this time of the season where there's lots of markets. There's lots of people doing craft fairs, craft shows, vendor things. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you are at a craft fair and you see there's two different examples. One is just it's a booth and they have handmade cards. And so you start looking at the cards and you recognize some of those stamps because they're Stampin' Up! Stamps. You flip it over on the back, but there's no copyright angel policy stamp on the back. Now they're just customers. I mean, they're not demonstrators, so it doesn't matter, right? Answer? Anybody?
No, that's not all right.
They still got the same catalog I got, right?
Yes, and the same stamp.
You still have to
So-
have that angel stamp on it.
Correct.
Right. I was at a craft fair last Saturday and there was a booth, and I don't want to be the Stampin' Police. I mean, what I didn't know if I should say, hey, did you realize that these are Stampin' Up! And that you need to have a stamp on the back, but none of her cards had stamps on them at all. So I didn't know. It's kind of a fine line thing because what would you guys do? Beck,
Was
what do
she a
you-
demonstrator though?
No.
So how do you know that she just hasn't gone to a class and made them and then just decided to sell them because it's what she's got there to sell?
Absolutely.
But
You
there's
don't know.
right. So I should have said that you need a stamp the back of these.
I don't. Well, she can do what she likes with them. If she's made them and she's not a demonstrator, it doesn't really matter. I personally don't use the angel stamp for the copyright. I have got it built into my stamp that I put on the back of it with the Stampin' Up! Copyright logo on it. I will not be I do not stamp the Stamping Up one. I still have it on the back that they are Stamping Up cards, and it is built into my stamp here that I have because I don't like the ones that Stampin' Up! Provide. They're ugly.
Right. But what if they don't have anything about Stampin' Up! On the back?
So, but that's what I say. How do you know that they're just not a person that loves to make cards and they go to classes and make cards and then just sells them? Did you ask her if she was a demonstrator?
No, that's what I'm asking. I've just have always been under the impression that it doesn't matter if you're a demonstrator or not a demonstrator, if you make cards, you don't make cards, you use Stampin' Up! Stamps. It says in the catalog you have to have an angel policy. So I was my question.
Yeah, I know, but you try telling Timu that. So my ladies have turned around and said, if Timu can copy it, why can't I? So we're never going to beat Timu
Right.
or any other Chinese. And one lady turned around and said, I actually brought this from Timu, and it is a Stampin' Up! Product, but she brought it from Timu. So I sort of get to the point where I'm not fighting companies' battles when they're not fighting it for me.
Right.
Amy's had her hand up for some time.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was just gonna say a lot of people don't realize the intricacies of copyright law. And so, like personally, I'd probably just start a conversation with them about how they got to making this. Find out if they're a demonstrator, find out and then just kind of nudge in the direction of, sometimes these images are copyrighted, so you might want to check and see if you need to put a copyright on there somewhere for selling them so you don't get in trouble. And just phrase it as doing them a favor as opposed to being the police about it, kind of thing. So the approach will determine whether they're defensive or whether they're like, oh yeah, that would totally be helpful. I don't want to get, I don't want to get nailed for this kind of thing. So.
Right.
Because I'm going to liken it to Hershey, the chocolate candies. If you put packaging on them, you cannot attach your packaging to their packaging. It can slip on, but it cannot be attached. It's one of Hershey's laws or laws, rules, whatever. You can, like the nuggets, the little sleeves you make, you can slip it on, but you cannot make it stick. You're not supposed to attach anything to their packaging. It's in Hershey's.
Really not.
I know.
Yeah, so in the back of the catalog, it says legal priority rights. The contents of this catalog are protected by the federal trademark and copyright registrations. Reproduction of the catalog or any portion thereof is strictly prohibited. Purchasers of Stampin' Up! Products are authorized to sell hand-stamped artwork made with our copyrighted designs only in accordance with Stampin' Up's Angel policy, a copy of which can be found on the Stampin' Up! Website. So
I bet you 9 out of 10 people don't even read that.
Why would
So,
they?
yeah, they don't have any reason to if they don't have,
yeah,
you know, some larger investment in it.
well, and actually, it's in big bold on the back of the catalog. It tells exactly the same thing. So it's
Kevin,
not in
I'm surprised that you missed the boat in introducing yourself as the #1 demonstrator who's been with Stamping Up for 30 years, and that if she was interested in coming to your classes, like, seriously.
Then she would have been like, "Oh, I've heard about you, Sir Peace a lot." I could have showed her a thing or two because her cards were crap. Just saying, they were not nice. I'm just
Why she
saying.
didn't put stuff on the back.
No, they were.
Well, I'm glad you didn't
Melissa,
start with, oh, by the way, your cards are crap. Come with me and I can teach you a thing or two.
Melissa,
We have a name for that. It's called coaster cards. No, just kidding.
amen, sister.
Okay, I was just going to say, before I crawled out from under a rock and learned about Stampin' Up! 6 years ago, I had zero idea. And if I had bought something off of, say, Facebook Marketplace, or some friend of mine had shared it, or I found it at the Goodwill or wherever you might find these stamps, I wouldn't have a catalog to read the back to even, you know, say boo. And most demonstrators, when they're demonstrating on video, don't normally talk about angel policy and stamp in the back of the card on a routine kind of basis. You know? So, I
I think
mean,
I'm going to add that to all of my Facebook lives now, and maybe I'll sell the angel policy stamps. But
I do tell all my customers about it if they decide to sell anything that they need it, or at least write it on the back, Stamping Up with the C mark, the copyright mark.
yeah.
I
Well,
know
they
about
don't
it
have.
from working in the craft industry. A lot of like the other craft brands will put a copyright in the design somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really fun. Like you can tell the people who hate that because they'll like shave off that part of the stamp. Um, I've seen people do that. But Stampin' Up's nice that they don't have that embedded in every single image. Um, and it's not probably a big deal for most people, but if anyone's trying to make a living off of solely selling their cards, they're going to need to pay attention to their copyrights.
wow, that was a can of worms I opened up. um, let's see, I'm looking. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out. Welcome back, Denise Cassanda. She rejoined the group, and Cheryl Miller rejoined. And well, then we all know that Fiona's joined because she's been with us for a while now. The quarter is almost over, and so I know where people are going to say, "Did I pay for the rest?" Because nobody remembers anything. So, Brenda and I have talked that we're going to go through the list to see, because some of you have paid for the whole year and some are just paying by the quarter, and so the end of the quarter is in the month. So we'll let you know. Right, Brenda?
Yes, but it'll be a week when I don't have kids, Kevin.
Boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. It's a lot. When you go from 0 to 2, it's a lot.
So I don't know. Anything else you want to share? Otherwise, we can have this meeting be short tonight because there's not a lot to talk about.
Heidi's got her hand up.
Shady.
Could I share my Hanukkah gift with you guys and show you it?
Sure.
I don't know how to turn the screen the other way, so oh, there it is. Never mind. Let's see. Oh, here we go.
Look at that face.
Is that your Hanukkah gift?
This is my Hanukkah gift.
It's so
Oh.
Is it
cute.
live or is it AI?
It's real. He's real. We wore him out today with new toys.
You.
And what's his name?
His name is Latka. Since I got him for Hanukkah, we named him Latka.
It's
He's dead.
adorable.
He's sleeping. He's
And
gone.
what kind of a dog is he?
He's a Shih Tzu.
She's
Oh, okay.
Put your butt down.
Oh, there we go. But we wore him out, bought him new toys today.
Cool. Laura's got her hand up.
Hello.
There she is. It's like she moved.
Yay. Okay, so hey there. Sorry I was late. I have to tell you guys, I've done quite a few vendor events in the last few months. Oh my gosh, I would say I've had since September 20. And I've got 2 more pop-up ones at a salon on Wednesday and Thursday, and then Sunday is my last vendor event for the season, and then I can think about spring things. And I will tell you, one of the things that absolutely has sold and has brought people to the booth that they weren't normally interested. I mean, who wouldn't want our nifty gifties? Come on. Were the blind date with a book.
Yes.
And I don't have any samples to show of what I had. I put 15 together, sold them. So that is,
Awesome.
What did it look like? Describe.
well, I just put brown paper from the pen and gear from Walmart, just the plain brown paper, wrap them. I've got a whole bunch of books right here ready to go that I'm going to wrap up for the next few days. That has been like interesting for teenagers bringing their moms over, or if the girls are going to get something for their mom and they have money to spend. I mean, it's kind of crazy. That I had brought this up through I think it's the Crafting with Stampin' Up! Products Facebook page. I got on that years ago, and it was like the tail end of the season a year ago that I noticed somebody said, oh, they were doing these books. And I just thought, oh, that's fascinating. So then I approached everybody probably back end of August in that page and said, okay, hi, I'm Laura. Some of you have seen my booth spreads, all this stuff. And I just want to know, tell me more about this and why I should get on board here. And people listed things like, oh, it's a great thing. I have to say, because people came over and saw it, I mean, people saw the Stampin' Up! Name. Oh, I love this. And they're like, whoa, what's this? And then I'll stamp and use our papers somehow, or a bookmark using our things. I incorporate the Stampin' Up! Things. I don't put them in Christmas paper or anything. I just make it, the regular craft paper, but then I add some of our 12 by 12 along the edges of it, different things. I'll have to find one. I mean, after I get these done, I will post a couple of pictures in our gallery. So I'm just telling you, that was a nice little boost, if you will, that it's kind of like people who wouldn't normally maybe look for the paper crafting. They're like, oh, I'm into jewelry or whatever. And then all of a sudden pop by like, wow, what's all this? And then just happen to, oh, this is a great idea. Wow, look at this. Oh, that my daughter's teacher needs this. So it's like, I don't know. It's, years ago it was just easy to get people to come over, but sometimes you need a gimmick, and it's pretty good.
Thanks for sharing that.
Oh.
May
Karen,
I ask Laura, so is it a legitimate book or is it a book made of cardstock that's blank? Or I'm not
No.
understanding what
Okay, so these are books, and I'm just gonna find two of them.
So you've gone to like a book
like
shop
Goodwill,
kind of
yeah,
thing, like and just
Yeah.
found some random books.
Yep.
And
yep, some, like murder mysteries, psychological. Being a retired cop, I love that stuff. But anyway, somebody might, but they don't have to be brand new. I peel off the how much it was at different places. Like sometimes, I'll find things and I just held on to them. I've had a few books that I was like, oh, I was going to read it. I didn't want to read it. So I packaged it up. I look up goodreads.com. It's an app, and you type in the author's name, the book, and you find out the reviews, and it tells you what the notes are about it. If it's a chick literature, if it's a murder mystery, entertaining, comedy, romance, whatever, you write that in there, and that's what I put on the bookmark. And there's a special way to wrap this so that you can tuck in cute little extras, like maybe a pen, some stickers. And yeah, it's a real book. Now, I will tell you, I had a woman who came up to me and said, is this for real? And I'm like, yes. She goes, well, I ordered one on Etsy, and all I got was 3 chapters and not the rest of the book. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I bought. She goes, I got taken, didn't I? And I said, that's the weirdest thing I think I've ever heard. And I said, no, it should be a full book. And she's like, yeah, no, that's not what and I said, okay, that's so out there. I don't know what to say, but it's a real book. You should not be paying more than $3 or $4 for a book. I charge $10 or $15, depending on the size and whatnot.
And do you add then a card? You said a bookmark. Is the bookmark reflective of the content of the book?
Yes, it's like I put a fun smiley face with eyeballs going up saying blind date with a book. And then it gives you the information about it. And then I have stickers, I got clips, I got little post-it notes. I also have a book review info. Thought I had them out, but I don't. But it gives reviews so that they can continue on other books and reviewing them and then passing it on to their friends. So that's so far been a fun little gimmick to bring maybe different ages or different, people to see things. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Well, and then I had a question because of this notion of last chance expiration. When the product of the month has been sold out, does that mean it's then retired and not usable because it's gone?
what do you mean not usable?
Well, because the idea being that you're using current stuff. It can't be current if it's gone. So does that mean as soon as it's sold out, it's not current? So for a demonstrator, that becomes a liability, even though it's only a $5 liability. The $75 you had to spend in order to get it. But it would just seem to be that it retires pretty darn fast.
Yes. And I think they covered that too.
Right. So I confused a minute. Okay, so you mean to resell it?
No, to use it. How can you use something and then try to tell people this is what I'm using, this is the product number, when they can't get it? Because the whole point of using current product is so they'll buy it so that you get a commission.
So the only thing you can really do with that, Karen, if it is sold out, you can actually use the product and say, we have another similar line that is XYZ, or you pick something that's very similar to what you're using, but it's in a different color or something like that. But or you just don't use it if you don't want to promote it anymore. So use it for your personal stuff.
Or use it as this was the $5 special during this month, but they've got new stuff coming. And so you're like, you can get this special deal, whatever it is this month, if you do this, and it would be, at least equivalent to this thing that you're already touching.
Melissa's got her hand up.
I do. I mean, what my upline is doing, let me see. I just want to make sure I was unmuted. She also does Paper Pumpkin alternatives with Rachel Tessman. So what they're doing with the product of the month is offering an exclusive tutorial for products from a variety of demonstrators. For anybody who participates and spends $75 with them that month, they get the tutorial.
What I plan to do is along those same lines, Melissa, is have a special class, whether it's online or in person. If you've made your purchase and you have your product of the month, you bring it with you and we're going to play with it.
Exactly.
Something on the lines of like retired stuff. Chris Brower, would you unmute yourself, please? Chris and I were talking the other day, and she showed me she had all this stuff laid out on her table. She's like, what am I going to do with all of these, the little ephemera pieces from like the special delivery, all the dogs, all the things. She's like, I don't know what to do with all these because see, here they are. Tons of them. So I said, there's a lot of stuff that we don't use. I mean, pieces, like a lot of that stuff. So I said, what if we were to take the pieces that we don't necessarily want or use, or will probably not ever use, even pieces out of, like, I know Beck and Fiona, Paper Pumpkin pieces, I mean, stuff that we have that we won't use. I said, why don't, like, maybe during like the last week of before Christmas, have it as a giveaway if they do something, like if they share, their name goes into a drawing and they get a bag of, like, now, Chris, did I not say this? What Beck would say, they would get a free bag of bits.
A bag of bits, yeah. Scrappy bits.
Scrappy bits. So
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. I did a live video and I showed all those bits. And I said, and I've never ever asked anybody, just haven't, to share my videos. People do sometimes, but anyway, I said, if you share this video, I will send you some of these bits. I literally had people share my video. So by Friday night, I have to spin the wheel and divide out those bits and put them in an envelope and send them to people who shared my videos. So try it, people. You can get rid of your bits.
I wish my name was Beck. I would love to have a bag of
Beck's bits. Beck, you can market it that way. A bag of Beck's bits.
Only if I can put them in a Pringles container.
No, that's going to cost more to ship.
And Pringles doesn't start with a B. Maybe a bagel container. Anyway.
Bag of bits. Bag of Beck's bits. There we go.
Sometimes you have to think outside of the box because you're not selling them. It's a prize because you can give things away as prizes. And so even if you have, I mean, I personally use retired stuff, and if it's similar, I say this is similar, this is what I'm using, and hopefully then they will buy something similar. But you could, if you are against totally doing anything with retired stuff, you could take your DSP that's retired, cut it in 6x6, have it as prizes, take ribbon, do like
I cut my leftover DSP into 4 by 5 1/4, and I send it in a regular envelope as a prize.
So they're still getting a Stampin' Up! Supply product. But it's just, so.
Okay, can I ask a random question?
Sure.
Can these go on Valentine's?
I would think so.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah.
what you would call candy.
Yeah.
Andy.
They're lollies, but yeah, you can do that.
Peppermints on Valentine's. I'm trying to use these up now.
Yeah.
On the
round.
truck from that Christmas kit.
Cute.
Why
Have
don't
you
you-
tried using any of the blends on those candies to see
I
if
was
you
gonna
can
s-
color them?
What if you used like a bubble bath and
Yeah,
then you'd have
pink.
pink and yeah, look at here we go. See, that's why you pay the big bucks to be a part of this group.
This is what we pay for.
Not just to listen to me bitch about everything. So
No, but have you guys seen that some people are taking these and coloring them with their blends?
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. They don't have to be white and gold.
What was that you just showed?
Oh,
ephemera
the
sentiments.
the sentiment. What are they called?
They're called no longer for sale.
Well, I know, but there's the black and white ones are.
They're
Oh, look.
just sentiment ephemeras, and who knows?
Yeah.
That's showing a bit colored.
Oh yeah. Yes, yes, good job. All right, here I go. I'm turning one of the peppermints.
Yes, Karen, that's it.
Greetings for you, mix and match ephemera pack. 166208.
Can I ask everybody a random question?
Sure, Denise.
I'm thinking about replacing my iPhone, and I'm wondering if anybody has an opinion as to whether they feel that an Android or an iPhone is more superior for the things that we do as Stampin' Up! Demonstrators.
Did you want us to get in an argument over the
Yes,
Zoom tonight?
that's like
I have
saying
strong
is chocolate
opinions.
cake better
let me
or white cake better?
Let me preface it with why, okay? I used to be an Android person, and then my son talked me into getting an iPhone. And I do love everything about the iPhone except for how it stores photos. Because on an iPhone, it's in a main folder, and you can't take it out of that folder to put it into a folder maybe that says, blog post photos or, vacation photos or whatever. It simply duplicates it. And so it's very difficult to be able to know whether or not you've already copied it somewhere, because if you delete it from one place, it deletes it from everywhere.
Right.
Well, if you delete it from your main gallery, yes, it probably will delete it from your folder.
Right.
However, the search feature on your gallery inside your photos is highly intelligent. If I type the word cat, I mean, obviously, I'm going to get 10,000 cats back, but it asks me, do I want text? Do I want pictures? Do I want, and it brings them all up and lets you search. And you can type the word truck or whatever, and then it searches by text as well. So I
have seen that where I've searched for, let's say yard pictures or something. I
yeah.
have seen that. It's just that I don't know. I just really kind of miss, because we take so many photos as demonstrators. I miss the way that an Android
Mhm.
stores the photos, because you can
Right.
label the folders, and if you decide that you don't want it in that folder, it's not going to also take it out of the main storage. So
It won't take it out of the main storage if you delete it from the folder. It's always in the gallery.
yeah,
I'm
that's what I meant. It's the
Mhm.
opposite. I
It's,
think I said
yes.
it the opposite of what I meant, but that's the only thing that I don't like about my iPhone is the photo storage. And
Right.
I wish they would change it. So I don't know.
as okay, I used to work in a Photoshop, like, so I had to help people with getting their photos into the computer in order to get them printed and all that kind of stuff. Hands down, every single time I had an issue with the transferring photos, it was an iPhone or an iPad. Hands down, every single time. Um, any Windows phone, Google phone, Android phone, any of those, plug in, go. So transferring the images is much less cumbersome because it has less safeties, as well as I always joked that the iPhones try to idiot proof. And that causes a lot of complication because they're literally trying to outthink you. So
So
I
what kind of phone
personally,
do you have?
I have an Android. I have a Galaxy S10, which is an older model. I love it. I've had my Android phones until they've died, every single one.
And just to be sure to understand the intention Steve Jobs had in setting up Apple the way he did and the corporation has continued was to create a reservation. And on that reservation, all the people with Apple products could easily commune with one another. And that made it easy. And then was going to become exclusive the way they pay, like the Apple Pay and all that kind of stuff within the community of Apple owners. And it was intentional that there should be a barrier or a stumbling block for people on the outside to get in to an Apple, like send a text message or a picture. And it was intentional so that there would be a demand for the Apple product. And that's why when I get a message from someone who has an Apple on my Android, they might insert emoji or something, and I will just get OBJ. There's an object of some kind that they have in their message that they're sending to me, but I can't see it. It's just OBJ. So you've got to decide, do most of the people that you commune with, do they have Androids or do they have Apple products? And if that matters and you're going to pay that bill, then go for it.
Thank you for that perspective,
So
both of you guys.
it is 9:02. We started at 8:02, and so we're at our hour. If you have any other questions about anything we've talked about, you've seen all people's faces on here. If you want to reach out to somebody and say, hey, I want to know more about that iPhone. I want to know more about why you backed into your garage. I want to know more about whatever you want to know more about. Why do you not like something? Why are you so angry all the time? Why do you talk too much? Why did you put peppermints on a Valentine card? I mean, so okay,
Looks
Chris is
cute,
showing us.
Chris.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's see it.
You're
You're
beautiful.
on
It
mute.
kind of looks like your truck's pooping candy now.
I was gonna say the
Yes.
same
I was
thing.
not going to say that.
Coming out the muffler.
I
See, that's
colored
the
them with
difference between Australians and Americans. They just say whatever they're thinking.
I'll move them, but I did color them with the blends. That was a great suggestion.
Funny.
Thank you.
All right, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
We aren't completely in agreement if we're going to meet next week or not, because it's Christmas week and people have messaged and said they were going to be busy and not going to be on. So we will send a message if we're going to be on next week or not, because I know a lot of us have lots to do for Christmas. So anyway, if we are not on next week, Merry Christmas. If we are on, well, it'll be like Groundhog Day. I'll say it again next week. So anyway, talk to you guys later.